What's up, everybody? I am Brittany Michelle, host of Are You an ATLien? And today I'm here with a good friend of mine, Johhny Cedor.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Johhny?
Can't complain. I'm doing well.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Johhny and I went to college together. He was a little older, but I always looked up to you. I always noticed the hustle. You were somebody who I thought was an entrepreneur way earlier. Maybe because you were throwing parties and stuff in college. So just talk about how you even just entered the world of entrepreneurship.
It's weird because I always had a love for business and like creating things on my own. I mean, everyone used to sell candy in school, right? So I mean, I used to do that, and just from an early age, I always knew I wanted to be a business person. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to sell stuff. I wanted to make people feel good, and I wanted to be that person that everybody knew. Okay, he's a businessman.
Right.
And as I got older, I kind of just like fell into it, and it came naturally to me. And you can give me an idea about something you want to do, and my mind just starts going. And okay, well, you got to talk to that person, and you got to do this first. You got to fill out this paperwork.
Yeah.
So that's really kind of how everything started.
And what was your major in college?
Which one? I had like 3 majors.
Okay.
But I finished with a degree in public and political communication with a minor in criminal justice.
Okay, so do you think formal education is necessary in entrepreneurship, or was it something that was like innate in you?
I think being around people and learning people, learning situations, I think that's important. Formal education, I would say, if you wanted to do that, just to have, something to fall back on.
Right.
But even like for like some industries that you go into, you need certain people with that formal education.
Yeah.
For example, like if you wanted to be a Medicaid provider in Georgia, you need an executive director who has to have a degree or a master's degree in I want to say it's in medicine, but then or psychology, and then you need to have a nurse.
Right.
So they feel you need someone who's an RN. So that education is important.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit more about your businesses? I see you wearing one, but I know you do a lot. So just want to hear a little bit more about Black is the Vibe and your entertainment.
So the main thing I do is my mother and I, we started a personal care home in 2005. So I was 17, and she didn't know how to do it, but she knew that's what she wanted to do. So when we moved from New York to down here, that was one of the reasons why we moved. So, going around speaking to people, getting a lot of no's and drawing information, we were able to figure out how to do it. And I remember I sat down and I typed up the business plan and the policies and procedures, and then, January 2005, we kind of got things rolling, and then in February, that's when everything kind of started. And my mom was able to leave her job and work full-time in her own business, and then shortly after, I went to school. So then she was running it. I'm in school, and then she would call me and say, "Hey, I need you to fax this, or I need you to email this person." So, I was able to work remotely, so to speak, and kind of, make sure she's straight. So.
Your mom's an entrepreneur too.
Oh yeah.
You got it in your blood.
So one thing that I think is really dope was she started when she was 42. No business background. She's immigrated from Haiti. So she didn't go to school here. She doesn't have a degree, and she started her business.
Stories like that, honestly, are really inspiring because at a certain age, a lot of people just feel as though they can't start something else.
And that's why I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Tell me about Black is the Vibe and how that idea came about.
So Black is the Vibe is something was special to me because I just started it because I wanted people to feel dope. That's really it. So I remember one day I was in the gym, and in between sets, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see a friend of mine who went to Georgia State. She's a Haitian woman who graduated law school, and she's sitting in Joe Biden's desk in the White House.
Oh.
And I was like, man, that's the Haitian blood. And then I literally dropped what I was doing. I went home and I started sketching because I was like, man, if she had a shirt on that said that, and that's kind of what hit me. I should start it. And so I didn't get a great response when starting that because, of course, it's not as inclusive as you would, suggest. Because it was like a lot of Caribbean and African, countries that we doing. And last February 29, 2018, I said, man, you know what? I want to do something that includes Black people all together.
Yeah.
Because there's really no doubt about it. Like, Black people really did build this country, this world.
This whole world.
And I mean,
right.
you can say what you want, but I mean,
it's facts. It's facts.
It's facts.
You can look at history, you can read history and see
Right.
that every part of the world, we were there first.
Absolutely.
Every part of the world.
And we built it.
We built it. Black is a vibe.
It's a vibe.
When I first saw that you were promoting that in post, because I think it was post college.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that I started seeing. I was like,
last February.
oh, I thought something before that.
No,
Okay.
I started like I literally. It's a funny story because like when I started it, I got the image. My homegirl Olivia, she does a lot of graphic design, and then when she gave me the image, I was like, man, I think that's really dope. I sent it to three of my close friends. They were like, man, I don't like it. And I was like,
It was the same level as you had?
Same one.
Okay.
And I was like, man, you know what? I gotta start over. They don't like it, it's a miss. Let me go back and redo it. And I remember a friend of mine was doing shirts for me, and I got him to do just a regular shirt on a Black t-shirt. And that was the same day I was gonna go see Black Panther. So he did this shirt for me, and I remember tweeting her, like, saying the caption about how the weather is so dope because it's Wakanda Friday. It was freezing for the whole year.
Yeah.
And then that day it was like 72 degrees. And I was like, man, Black is a vibe. And then my homegirl was like, yo, you should put that on the shirt. And I was like, well, I already did that. And then I showed her, she was like, man, that's dope, you need to sell that. And I was like, wow, well, one person says that, then I should go with my gut, like I tell everybody to do that. And I got it made, I wore it to the cinema that night, and people were asking me about it, like that day. From that point on, I started selling it.
That was a perfect time to debut it.
It was.
Seriously.
It was just the love that movie got.
Yeah.
It was it's what it's supposed to be, People were just so happy to be Black.
Yeah.
And it was a superhero that represented who we are and where we're from. It was just perfect. It was like poetry.
Yeah, no, Black is the vibe is definitely, that's it. Like I can see that flourishing into more than a brand, like you spoke about earlier,
Yeah,
more than just a clothing line. Definitely.
It's definitely more than a clothing line. So like I'm taking the steps to really, try to build it, because at first it was like, okay, great, people are liking it, but there's a business side to it that needs to be handled, and of course, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
So I had to recognize that and just kind of take it in, like, okay, you have to treat this like a business now. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, how would you suggest other entrepreneurs support you in all your entrepreneur endeavors?
Well, for one, if you want to share it, a hoodie, whatever the case may be, bloodofathenation.com. You can follow us online, IG at bloodofathenation. So definitely wearing it, supporting it, reposting it. That's great support. Keep up
Support. Black is the vibe. We have to support each other. That's what this series about. That's what this month about. That's what it has to be an everyday celebration.
Absolutely.
No, not just a month. Yeah, we go all out in Black History Month because this is a month designated to us, or designated for us. But beyond that, it has to be a 365-day commitment.
It does.
To go on and on about that. But thank you. I appreciate you, Johhny. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I need to get a sweatshirt. Seriously.
We're gonna get you one.